The train came out of long tunnel into the snow country. The earth lay white under the night sky. The train pulled up at a signal stop. A girl who had been sitting on the other side of the car came over and opened the window in front of Shimamura. The snowy cold poured in. Leaning far out the window, the girl called to the station master as though he were a great distance away. The station master walked slowly over the snow, a lantern in his hand. His face was buried to the nose in a muffler, and the flaps of his cap were turned down over his ears. "It's that cold, is it?" thought Shimamura. Low, barrack-like buildings that might have been railway dormitories were scattered here and there, up the frozen slope of the mountain. The white of the snow fell away into the darkness some distance before it reached them. The white of the snow fell away into the darkness some distance away before it reached. It's just you have to let it go about them, you know. So in the moment, and this novel is quite, I think I've talked about this before, but I'm talking it again. And I guess I will talk about it again because I love this so much. One of the best. Because it really, I don't know, there's something so magical, something so descriptive, of course descriptive, magical, something so now, here, and but there's a sort of undercurrent sadness. "How are you?" the girl called out. "It's Yoko." "Yoko, is it? On your way back? It's gotten cold again. I understand my brother has come to work here. Thank you for all you have done. It will be lonely though. This is no place for a young boy. He's really no more than a child. You will teach him what he needs to know, won't you?" The Japanese, you know, just, I don't know, there's something so nice about this. "Oh, but he's doing very well. We'll be busier from now on with the snow and all. Last year we had so much that the trains were always being stopped by the avalanches and the whole town was kept busy cooking for them. But look at the warm clothes, would you? My brother said in his letter that he wasn't even wearing a sweater yet." So, I don't know, care by this sister. I can just see it. "I'm not warm unless I have on 4 layers myself. The young ones start drinking when it gets cold, and the first thing you know, they're over there in bed with colds." He waved his lantern towards the dormitories. And then immediately she said, "Does my brother drink?" "Not that I know of. You're on your way home now, are you?" "I had a little accident. I've been going to the doctor." "You must be careful." The station master, who had an overcoat on over his kimono, tells when the novel is written, turned as if to cut freezing conversation short. If to cut the freezing conversation short. "Take care of yourself," he called over his shoulder. Is my brother here now?" Yoko looked out over the snow-covered platform. "See that he behaves himself." It was such a beautiful voice that it stuck out as sad. It struck one as sad. It's so beautiful, the Japanese sort of, I think this is the wabi-sabi. It was such a beautiful voice that it struck one as sad. In all its high resonance, it seemed to come echoing back across the snowy night. The girl was still leaning out the window when the train pulled away from the station. "Tell my brother to come home when he has a holiday," she called out to the station master, who was walking along the tracks. "I will tell him," the man called back. Yoko closed the window and pressed her hands to her red cheeks. To be continued.